So hello there and welcome back to what was the number of the lecture? It was lecture 2 of the module 4, and we all have been waiting for it, and it is on because now we are going to I'm going to give you an example how to never ever run out of pins to repin on your pinchers. So without further ado, let's get started. This is part of the maintenance routine that you are going to do every single week. It's incredibly simple to do, very simple. It's just a time consuming because a lot of grindy work here, but it's a very simple thing to do just to never run out of the pins. So in order to increase the number of pins that we want to repin on our pinchers, first we need to understand what pins we're looking for. So I'm going back to my account and I'm going to go through the boards and to see which boards are actually underperforming and see which boards have a little amount of pins that needs to increase the number of pins. Actually, you know what? We covered the traffic generation and add some of the pins in the traffic generation before. So let's go and increase the number of the pins in traffic generation Pinterest board. Let's go back to the main page, and you know what we're gonna do? We are going to search for traffic generation. That is basically it. Great, right? It's simple, right? No, not that simple. It's basically this, but instead of pins, what we are going to do is search for boards. Because why you should do work when somebody already done the work for you? Great. So what we're gonna do, we're going to find the great boards that are actually doing pretty fine, and see how we can go and generate a lot of traffic. You see, the boards are actually put in the number of, well, basically it's showing how well optimized are these boards, and the more optimized the board is, the higher it is in the list. But as you can see, these three boards, it looks like they're all the same, and they are all performing pretty good. And you know what? We are going to copy them. So let's go into that board. And as you can see, there is a lot of things. They're very similar, to be fair. Just because the individual that is using this is doing a pretty great job, to be fair, by the way, to have like same style everywhere, which is great, which we are going to use and see actually if he's successful or not. And if he will be successful, if these pins will be successful, we're just going to model it in the future to create our own pins. 8,895 followers. Great, because that means that a lot of people are actually looking to this board. What we're going to do right now, you cannot see that, but you're gonna press a tailwind button on your Chrome right now, and this will pop up like on the top side. You will not see the higher than that, like right there. You have a tailwind button because it's a Chrome extension. You're gonna press this, and what you're gonna see is this window. It will load all the pins that have been opened, basically. That's it. All the pins that you have been scrolled like that. And that is basically it. Now what you're gonna do, you are going to select each and every one of them. This is the worst part of the pin selection, and I really hope the Tailwind will fix that and allow us to select all the pins all at once. Maybe it is the way, but I didn't find anywhere the way to select all the pins all at once. While selecting the pins, pay close attention to the pins themselves and look if they have description or not, because if the pin does not have any description, Tailwind will not allow you to schedule it. Let's select all of them. Just go for it and select every single one of those pins just for the fun of it. Just select every single one of the pins. By the way, to understand if the pin is selected or not, you will see a little blue glow around it. As you can see right here, this pin does not have any description, so we are going to unselect it because we don't want this pin. Again, the same here. You might miss someone, but don't worry about that. You can just find like go through them again later and just unselect the ones that does not have any description in them. They need to have description and the website in order for the Tailwind to actually schedule them. So just go through. This is the hardest part. This is actually the hardest part. As you can see, we have selected, you cannot see, but let me just show you right here, 141 images. Press go schedule and it will just pop this up like that. And I'm going to just get back. And now what will happen is the Tailwind will start loading all of these pins into their database, and that's it. As you can see, it all depends on your PC, how fast your PC is. The faster your PC is, the faster it will load. But because my PC is quite capable, it could load 141 pins pretty easily. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go and select the name of the board, which is traffic generation. It may be a bit laggy sometimes. Press traffic generation, wait a bit until it will fill out all the boards. You can go through and select all the boards, all the pins one by one, but this is incredibly time consuming. As you see, all of the boards have been selected. Now go with a glance, see if there are any pins that does not have any description. Just go really fast through them, just in case. You could just press schedule all. Just press schedule all. If it will schedule, that means that the pins have already everything there. So yeah, if the pins will go through, that means all of them have their own pins, their website, and their own description. That's it. This is basically it. This is we have just pinned 141 pins immediately. Let's go to the Tailwind and see the publisher, how it went. Press this one. If we'll see a lot of pins there published, I'm just gonna move my picture like that. That's it. As you can see, we have fully stacked 1, 2, 3 days with ease. And it took us less than 7 minutes. It took us less than 5 minutes to stack up 3 days of the pins. 3 days, less than 5 minutes. Do you understand how simple is this? It is incredibly simple to do and very easy to actually achieve. So that's it. This is basically it. This includes, of course, our smart loop right here stacked in the middle on Wednesday. It will upload it on a Wednesday. This is that simple. But we're not gonna stop right there. We are going to. I'm going to show you another method. Of course, traffic generation is good, but maybe you want something else. Let's go again to my pin. To my Pinterest profile and see what else so we can go and update. I'm gonna go with Twitter marketing maybe. No, I don't want a Twitter marketing. Everything else is pretty much stacked. You know what? Let's go with the YouTube growth maybe. Let's see how the YouTube growth will work. I'm gonna search for YouTube growth. YouTube growth and see what pins it is giving me. As you can see, these pins are showing up on the top of the search results. So what you could do right now, which I'm not gonna do this because it will like maybe crash my Chrome, because I'm doing that and it's crashing a lot. You can scroll down as much as you can to make it appear appear as many pins as possible all at once. And like with the boards, you're gonna press this Tailwind button on the top, and as you can see, it just loads all the top pins right away. That's it, all the top pins that were appearing there, and you are going to select the pins that looks more or less good for you. I'm going to press like that, but just take a bit of attention. Just don't press like these ones. I don't like these ones, just because it's not in my channel theme, profile theme. Just go and select this different pins. Growth mindset, video skits. No, this one is not about YouTube growth. Basically, you might skip someone and you might select some things that are not actually good. Oh, you know what? This this is my pin. Okay, this one is mine. Okay, great. So no, I'm not gonna select this one because this is my pin, which actually works pretty nice. As you can see, it's right on the very top of the Pinterest search bar. Secret ways, YouTube channel, great. How to set up your own YouTube room. This one, YouTuber tools. Oh, this one is mine as well. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, as you can see, that I preach what I do basically, because my pins are doing pretty fine. I modeled this pin from someone else basically. So for that reason, it's doing. Oh, this one is mine as well. As you can see, the top results. I have 3 pins in my top results. In the top results for a YouTube growth, which is simply great. And this one and this one. You know what? I'm gonna press go schedule. My face is again covering this part. You know what? I'm not gonna just. I'm gonna select it like on the half of the screen. What the half of the screen that you actually see. Let's go through that, and as you can see, I will give you an example of how your pen should not look like. It should not look like that. It should not look like beautyandthevlog.com. It's for you if you're watching this. You do not have a channel URL, because that means you're simply losing a lot of traffic. Some people would use this and at their own advantage and enter their own website, but don't do that. This is not a good practice. It's the stealing other people's pins, and if the beauty and the vlog would come and see this one, she may report you and you might get banned. Don't do that. You do not want that. If you want to do that, just make this exactly like that page, change the colors a bit, change this thing a bit, and use the same video description, like a pin description, and upload it by yourself. Do not just go like that. You do it without her name. That's it. Just don't do that. It's very low. Don't do that. I'm gonna delete that. Your delete button is on the right top corner of the pin itself. Let's go through this and see if everything is all right. Everything seems to have a description. Every single one seems to have a description, and website is right here. So they do have a website. Let's go through this like that. This one does not have a website. Again, looks pretty nice, by the way. This pin looks pretty nice, but it's a shame that the individual that have done this pin, they did not pay really close attention, and he's losing quite a lot of traffic because of that. I'm gonna go with YouTube growth like that and schedule all. Again, that is it. That is it. This is how you are doing a massive pin scheduling all at once. Again, I'm gonna refresh that and see. I have 177 pins already scheduled. 177. This video was like on 12-minute now, 12-minute mark. In 12 minutes, including my endless talking and endless showing of different stuff, I managed to stack up fully 3 days. 3.5 days, basically, more than 3.5 days, almost 4 days of content, and I am pinning 50 pins a day. As you can see, this is incredibly simple thing to do, and you will never ever run out of pins. And do not worry about uploading same pins over and over again. You will do this with a smart loop with your own pins. So this is not a problem. This is not a problem. And by being that active, actually Pinterest may encourage people to get to your Pinterest account, because you are sharing a lot of pins of different people. Like, you are showing this to a lot of people, and Pinterest like that activity. And for that reason, my Pinterest algorithm will encourage other people to go to your pins more. Just try to have good pins. Do not try to upload like shitty pins. Like what you will see here, half of them will not get any views. Will not get any views unless this individual already uses the same tactic that I'm using. Then he may get a lot of views. You will see that. You will see that how it will work. How it will work. Basically, this is it. How you will never run out of pins. You will just use that method, and you will never ever run out of pins, because Pinterest is getting thousands upon thousands of pins, new pins every single day. And what you're gonna do is just gonna repin them over and over and over again. But just do not forget to upload your own pins. You are using other people's pins in order to get your pins to be better. That's why you should always remember, you are doing that, you are repinning that many pins, thousands upon thousands, and in the future tens or maybe hundreds of thousand pins, to find out which pins are working, and using this every single week or every single 30 days, you're just gonna find the best top performing pins, and you are going to duplicate them, replicate their success. That's how you will succeed, and that's how you will never ever run out of pins. So this was it for the lecture 2 of the module 4. And in the last lecture of module 4, we're going through everything that we have learned, and we are going to, and I'm going to give you a maintenance routine that you need to do every single week in order to succeed. As you can see, almost 200 pins requires almost just 15 minutes. So you will find out that it will take in worst case scenario a few hours a week, maybe in a month. So because I'm pretty fast and I know exactly what should I look for, I'm doing it or maybe a bit faster than you will do in the beginning, but pretty soon you will get into it and just go like crushing it really fast. So thank you for your attention, and I'm gonna see you in lecture 3. Take care and see ya.